Hi guys, so thank you so much for clicking on this video. I've been getting a question and it's a very disheartening question.
And it's a question of, is it a really good idea for you to be starting something else while you just failed so miserably at something else?
Like the words just pierce through my heart. But I'm one person that does not allow failure to dictate her life. Like failure does not dictate my life in any way, shape, or form. I take accountability for the decisions that I've made, and I know what worked and what didn't work, and I know what I actually need to do moving forward. The people that would ask you something like that are the people who are afraid. So people are afraid of failing again, but I have used failure as a stepping stone just to go in the direction that I actually want to take for my life. And surrounding yourself with people like that will keep you small, because some people are so afraid that you're actually going to figure this thing out and then you're not going to be in that same level anymore. Your energy will attract your vibe, your tribe. So your vibe attracts your vibe. And people like this, unfortunately, are not always the people who you can get rid of, like a friend. It can be a family member. And I just want you guys to know, like, if you're setting a New Year's resolution, and somebody says, "But you've been saying that for the last 5 years," yeah, I can say it for the next 5 years as well. So remember that no one can make you actually stop believing in yourself. Yes, you might not tell them anymore because you're like, okay, I have said this, so in case it doesn't work. But no one should actually say no. Why do you even bother? Like, why are we listening to people who are not even trying with their own lives? Like, that's just, why are we doing that for? Why are we doing that to ourselves? So try to surround yourself with people who want the best for you. And surrounding yourself with people is like, no, Mama Zala, yeah, like shows like that, or You Promise to Marry Me, or like shows like that are really good for entertainment and actually just distressing, distressing, and just looking at somebody else's problems actually makes you feel like, okay, my problems are not that bad. But if that's the only thing that you're watching, then you stay comfortable in the level that you are in, because like, okay, my life is good because obviously I'm not going through that. Can you see her situation? So let's get to a point where we want to, okay, you can watch what you need to watch, but surrounding yourself is also going to depend on what you're watching on TV, the conversations that you're having, the people you surround yourself, so your friend circle, even your family members, like the person who calls is like, what you doing, and then you explain, no, I'm doing this and that. Oh, again, so you know that you can't do that. It's like people will try to keep you so small so that they don't feel uncomfortable, because if you're both small, then everybody's okay. But if you start getting up, somebody starts feeling uncomfortable, like, oh, now I'm going to be noticed that I'm actually not doing anything with my own life. So moving into the new year, please remember that failure is just a part of success, is the biggest part of success. And some of the most successful people will tell you that I failed and I failed and I failed. But you know what separates a successful person to a not so successful person? Successful people enjoy the failure because they recover faster, and they always take it as a learning curve. Like they always take something out of that failure. They know what didn't work so that they can try it again until they find something that really does work. And then we actually look at these people and we only see the end result. It's like, oh my goodness, that's so good. That life is great. Yeah, like it's like when a child actually starts walking. I'm gonna refer to my baby a lot because I love her, and because obviously it's human nature at its basic. A child starting to walk crawls and then stands and then makes a few steps and then fall, makes a few steps and then fall, and then makes a few more steps. Now I'm thinking about it like this. If this child was to fall one time and decided, nope, walking is too difficult, I'm not doing it again, what's gonna happen? All of us wouldn't be walking. Like, it's the natural process. You need to, yes, it hurts. Yes, you end up on the floor, but that you need to get up. And then now today you're running. You're running, you can walk very clearly, you can cycle because you didn't give up. And that giving up and the fear and all of those negative things were not there. If you've ever seen a child, everybody encourages the child to get up again, walk, come. So why is it that when you are a full-fledged adult, that encouragement goes away? Like, we're expected to know things like what you want, choose the right job, balance home and ambition. You're required, you're expected to know all of this. And these are the things that no one has actually taught you before. So you're just expected to know, and then if you don't, you just blame yourself. It makes zero sense. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. That's how I'm going to be approaching failure. That's how I always looked at failure. Failure for me is always a chance to level up, a chance for me to keep learning, a chance to look back. And looking back is one of the most painful things, because not only have you lost money, sometime you've lost time, you start questioning your sense of self. Like, your identity is put into questions, like, I thought she could do it but she can't do it. And it's okay, let them talk, but also try to take the emotion out of the situation. Like, look at the facts, that are in front of you. Like, okay, now I can do this, I couldn't do it before. Now I do this, I couldn't do that before. So what can I take from the situation moving forward for me to actually be better? Remember, failure is not the end. And try to surround yourself. I'm not going to say do it. I'm not going to say it's a guaranteed. I know how difficult it can get, especially if it's your close circle, if it's your family. But do try to surround yourself with people who believe in you and your dreams, and people who elevate you and actually want you to be successful. If you've watched this video up until this far, thank you so much, guys. Please do remember to send, like, comment, send this to a friend that might need to actually hear this as well, especially with the metrics. I know that you guys are also waiting for your results. I think they're not out quite yet. I'm wishing you the best of luck, but remember that whatever happens, you can always bounce back from it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.